I wanted to make this commentary because I have a lot of things to say about this match. So first of all, I don't like this spawn because the hunter can just spawn in the top left and lock the factory cipher, so the factory survivor is forced to rotate out anyway. And yeah, but I guess it's not terrible because I'm explorer, so like rotation is fine, especially with the audience effect changes. Like you need to decode 300% now for it to wear off. So as explorer, what you can do is you actually just collect pages at the start of the game. So you basically do 100% decoding when you get 2 pages, but the game doesn't register that against audience effect because you didn't actually decode a cipher. So you can get a lot of audience effect, like your teammates can use audience effect a lot. And then you have the 100% page to pop a cipher after you've done like 300% decoding. So you basically you go from like 300% done a lot, mostly using, I mean not mostly because I mean it's only when the person is shared, but like you use a lot, you make use a lot of audience effect, and then after you don't have it anymore, you use your pages. Basically, that's the point. So anyway, personally, I don't really like this spawn, but I mean, I guess it's fine. Usually, I would just spawn on the right spot, and then the hunter might spawn in factory, and then the survivor can't kite in factory. So I guess the idea to spawn in factory is so that you can kite in factory, which I guess is fine, sure. Yeah, I only like tell my teammates to change spawn if they spawn in the bottom left in like deep sandbags, or like to the left, like what is that, main gate, I don't know, to the gate. And because my as explorer, when you spawn in sandbags, your page is 90% of the time gonna spawn in deep sandbags, and the worst thing you can do to an explorer is kiting on top of his page. So if someone is spawning to the left side of the map, I'm just gonna tell them to move and like try to make them move away, because I don't want people spawning on my page. So anyway, there was a lot of preamble. Let's get into the match, I guess. Wait, you can actually see even though it's covered. I think that's the full build. What the fuck? It's not opening anymore. Wow, it's bugged. Okay, it's not opening anymore. Can you see my page? Okay. So basically, I put companion effect instead of what's it called? Oh yeah, at the start of the match, I instantly ping the mind's eye to take over my cipher, because I know that I'm gonna rotate to. I know her cipher is locked, so I want her to come to my cipher in sandbags to decode, because the postman is gonna be kiting in lockers, so I don't want her going near lockers near the gate to decode, because that's dangerous. That's where the kite is gonna happen. So I just pumping her to decode my cipher. She understands, thankfully, and goes and decodes my cipher while I just move to my page. So I just go to my page, tell the mind's eye to decode my cipher, and after this page, wait, I was saying something about my build. Yeah, I removed brewing effect and I put companion effect. Anyway, so after this page, normally I might like decode deep sandbags at this point, but instead what I'm doing is, number one, I'm trying to do the audience effect thing where I just collect my pages instead of decoding. But I could have decoded here because I mean it's a chair, so I could be using audience effect right now. But anyway, it's whatever. The main reason why I did this was so I can be closer to the chair, because I'm the second rescuer. I have Tide Turner. Mind's Eye is obviously not gonna rescue. I'm a better rescuer than Mind's Eye, so Journalist is gonna do her rescue, and then I wanna be close to the chair, and then she gets TS'd, but thankfully because of her items she still gets the rescue off. So basically I just wanna be close to the chair, because when Postman goes down I need to rescue. So I just collect my 100 pages, go to this cipher, start decoding, and as soon as Postman dies, I'll go do the second rescue. So basically the start of the game was a lot of map movement and rotation, but like I had to plan out in advance, so I hope I explained that properly. But anyway, here I use my page because I'm going for the rescue, and I don't want to die with a page on if I get doubled down or something. I don't want to have my page on me that's unused, so I just dump it into the cipher. And I prime the cipher because I don't want the hunter to know where I'm coming from. So if I pop the cipher, it's gonna be obvious where I'm coming from. So I'm just priming it, hoping that the hunter didn't see it shaking or whatever. And I guess it works out because I get to the chair and I'm not spotted by Sprintzer, and I just insta-rescue because I don't want to deal with the Queen Bee chip damage stuff. So I just insta-rescue. I play the mind game hoping that Sprintzer doesn't, hoping that Sprintzer is patient, because good hunters are usually patient at the chair, so I do the switcheroo where I don't play the mind game, I just instantly do it, and it works out. Also, one other thing I wanted to say, oh my god, there's so much to say about this game. The first kite was terrible. The first kite was terrible. It was like 50%. It was like 50-50-50 with my page being the 50%. Like the first kite was terrible. There was a TS on first rescue. Like this should be a loss, right? But I think what Sprintzer did wrong was at this point in the game, like on the second rescue, I think maybe he shouldn't have hit me, deal damage to me, because like it ends up not really mattering. The thing is, I'm an explorer, so even if I don't have health, I can just stay hidden. I'm gonna try to not take kite for the rest of the game. So like even if you damage me, you're not gonna get me downed, because I'm just gonna hide the rest of the game. So I think that giving hits to me, and it was after rescue too, so like he didn't get Berserker, he didn't get the benefit of Berserker. Here I pop my page because I'm scared that he's gonna TP on top of me, and I wanna just dump my page into the cipher. But he TPs on top of mine, so thankfully. So anyway, he damages me, which is normally what you should do against a rescuer. You want to deal damage to the rescuer, but at that point in the game, and especially because I'm an explorer that can just hide for the rest of the game, I feel like it was maybe not a good choice, because Postman ends up kiting out Tide Turner, so he ends up rebounding because of that hit damage that he dealt to me. Here Journalist heals me, I have no idea why. I'm trying to heal her, but yeah, she was just spam healing me, so I couldn't heal her. I don't need to be healed, like I said, I'm explorer, I can just hide and I'm fine, I'm not gonna go down. Also, okay, oh my god, there's too much to say. I don't want to pause the gameplay, but like... Anyway, here I think, shouldn't Queen Bee know if you run on top of her bees? I feel like she gets like a notification sound or something when you run on top of her bees, but apparently he didn't realize and didn't TP instantly, so we were able to pop in time. Yeah, there's way too much to say about this game, I can't keep up. Anyway, my point was, he damaged me, but he damaged me after rescue, so he didn't get the benefit from Berserker, and also damaging me, like, he didn't have the time to do that, because we had too much cipher progress, I guess, because Postman ended up rebounding too much, and by the time Postman was dead, sure, he could TP to a cipher, but the cipher was at like, what, 70%, 70-80%, so like, he ended up not being able to pressure the cipher, especially with an explorer in the game, you know? It's really hard to like pressure the survivors, and like the cipher is... okay, I should have been pausing the gameplay, I can't explain stuff while it's going, it's too fast. Anyway, yeah, I just think hitting was the wrong decision, because it was after Berserker, it was after rescue, so it gave a lot of time to Postman to rebound. And then he kited out Tide Turner, he died really late, we had like we were at 2 ciphers left, but I had a lot of page, and it was basically like 70% and 80% on my cipher or something like that, I don't remember exactly, but like the ciphers, both of the ciphers were nearly primed, and by that point Sprintzer wasn't able to like pressure the ciphers and get a down quickly enough to make us not pop. Like, we were able to pop without him getting a down, and that's because I think he hit me on that second rescue and spent too much time killing Postman, is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, yeah, we tied Sprintzer. Is there anything else I wanted to say about the game? The first kite was terrible. The first rescue got TS, and we still managed to draw. So that's. I mean, yeah, that's crazy when you think about it. I can say, sure, like hitting me on second rescue was a bad choice, but like that's so weird. But just because he hit me, he didn't have the time to pressure the last ciphers. Like in retrospect, watching the replay, that's what I think is true. But that's so weird that with such a bad first kite, with such a bad first rescue. I mean, the rescue wasn't terrible, but it was a double down, and you'd think that's a completely winning position for a hunter, but we still managed to tie. We did barely tie, to be honest. Like, there were a couple seconds where he took it back to the ciphering middle where we popped in his face, and it was like a question of a few seconds if he stops us or not. And then there's the TP at the gate. That's another question of a few seconds if he's able to TP in time and stop us or not. So like, we barely tied the game, but from the start of it, you'd think there was an easy 4K. So it's really strange how, I don't know, just hitting me, like what, because I don't see what else he did wrong, really. I mean, yeah, in the end game when there were like 2 ciphers left, maybe he could have tunneled on Mind's Eye more and like try to get her down before we pop the cipher. Instead, he kind of like lurked around, not chasing anybody and like trying to stop us from popping middle, but yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy that after that start we managed to tie yeah. And I do think if he didn't hit me and just farmed the postman, he would have had plenty of time to stop the last 2 ciphers from popping, and it would have been a 4K probably. So yeah, I don't think, like for example, okay, I want to say something. Like for example, getting double downs, sure, it's great, but what happens with double downs is, if you don't have time, like if the ciphers are too far along, getting a double down is bad for the hunter, because the hunter doesn't have enough time to stop the pop at that point. Like if you spend time, what's the word? I don't know a better word. Anyway, if you spend time getting a double down, that makes you kill the first survivor like a few seconds later. Like if you invest time into a double down when you have like no leeway in time, like when the ciphers are nearly primed and stuff, like you think, oh wow, it's a double down, it's great, right? No, it's not always that it's not always great, because if you don't have the time to invest in the double down, they can just pop, and like that double down doesn't mean anything. You don't have the time to pressure the ciphers to stop them from popping. A double down is only 25 seconds of gain time, because a self-heal, when you get a double down, the rescuer should just be self-healing and the other survivor should just be recording. You should just waste your self-heal, and it's only a it takes 25 seconds to self-heal if you have triple sticker. That's not including like panic stacks, which makes it like 26 seconds, maybe something like that. It's basically 25 seconds, right? And there's also the speed boost you get from the hit and the tide. So like a double down is usually with tide, right? If it's not with tide, then yeah, it gains more time, I suppose, because they die instantly, you know, they go down immediately. But even without tide, it still gains time for the rebounding character to rebound more, and it takes you longer to kill them to get to that first kill. And so what was I saying? Yeah, 25 seconds. Oh yeah, if you take a hit with tide, there's the hit acceleration that makes you run faster towards your back to your cipher that you need to pop, because like if you're a rescuer, you do like 50% of a cipher, go rescue. You get double down with tide, you run back to your 50% cipher, and the hit from the double down is gonna make you accelerate faster, and like, sure, it takes 25, 26 seconds to self-heal, but you gain time from the hit itself from running back to the cipher. So it only like, it's even less than 25, 26 seconds, because then you get up and you finish your cipher, and you got that hit acceleration that you wouldn't otherwise get. So it would take you like a few seconds longer of running time without it. So it's not even the 25, it's not even the full 25, 26 seconds from self-healing that you're losing with a double down. Oh my god, okay, that was a lot. But yeah, I don't know, I think basically getting that hit on me was too greedy because he didn't have enough time. There was only like 40% decoding left, maybe not even 40, maybe less than 40% decoding left, and he really needed to get that postman kill quickly so that he could go pressure ciphers. And because he hit me, and it was after rescue even, like if you hit me before rescue, yeah sure, that's, you get berserker, that's less time to rebound from the shared character, but if you hit me after rescue, that's a lot of time investment for the hunter, and it ended up not being worth it. Anyway, that's the game. Bye.